who's here. Dana Perino, sitting right next to me on the set in New York City. What we're talking about there, David Hogg and the primary, so that's generational change within the Democrat Party.
Well, time waits for no one, right? So this is the most bipartisan thing in the world, is the amount of time that we have to spend in our days and also our lifespans. So the Democrats are bumping up against that. And then there's generational change that they know that they need, but it's going to be hard fought. I think David Hogg, one, he never should have been hired at the DNC.
Right.
They made that choice. And Ken Martin is saying, okay, well, I don't really want you here. I have a feeling that David Hogg will leave the DNC because he has another thing on his mind.
And that is?
He has a super PAC. Karl Rove reported this yesterday. He had a super PAC, and he raised $11.9 million last year. About $265,000 of it went to two Democrats, okay, to help in the two. About the same amount of money was spent on DoorDash. The rest was on operating expenses.
You're kidding.
No, this is Karl Rove went through the FEC report. He said all this on America's Newsroom the other day. And to me, if David Hogg wants to be effective in doing, if he really wants to do what he says he is intending, which is to primary these older Democrats, he will go back, use the super PAC money, and drive forward on that, because he's not going to get anywhere at the DNC. Now, if he wants to be a DNC staffer and he wants to be the youthful guy and wants to be really helpful as a team player, great. I don't get the sense that this is really what he wants.
It's not going to last, is it?
No, but I mean, imagine that much money spent on DoorDash.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Now, I really want to talk about your new book. And the title of that new book is, I Wish Someone Had Told Me the Best Advice for Building a Great Career and a Meaningful Life. Okay, Dana, what piece of life-changing advice is your favorite to pass along to others in your book?
So it is a piece of career advice, but it's also for your personal life. And it was something that was given to me after I met my British husband on an airplane. He's a little bit older than me, you may have known. I was really worried about what other people would think about this decision, right? I was worried about the judgment, but I wanted to be with him. And a friend of mine said, don't give up this chance to be loved. The advice that I give to other people, both men and women, is choosing to be loved is not a career-limiting decision. That it has made all the difference for me.
I really like that.
Because some people will hold back, like, well, I don't want to date this guy or this gal because they live somewhere else. Like, no, if you find somebody, take the chance.
I love that. Now, a little word about me, if I may.
Because you're interviewed in this book.
I'm in the book. I am indeed. Okay. You asked me about the R word, retirement, to which I said, the question of retirement comes up constantly. I have to consider three things. First, what would I do if I were no longer working? Second, would I miss doing my show? Third, how would my family react to having me underfoot 24/7? I took my own advice because I'm still here.
So years and years ago, for people that don't remember, Stuart and I did a weekly hit on Hannity for years together on Tuesdays. And in the green room, this is going back a long time ago, you asked me, should I retire? What should I do? You know, your contract was coming up, like, what should... Now, that was like 12 years ago. Like, so when you say it comes up constantly, it's not because we're asking you, it's because you're thinking it through. I think you have made the best decision. Your show is thriving. You seem extremely happy, healthy, firing on all cylinders. I think you made the absolute right decision. And you give people some good advice in the book.
Oh, Dana, that's fantastic. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Because...
I know, I'm really nervous about this.
So am I. So am I. I'm known as the grammarian, so if I get this thing wrong,
all British people are very...
Yes, we are. Now, it's a new segment. It's called Stu's Grammar Quiz. We put our knowledge of the English language to the test. And we have a question for you. You're going to have to answer this. What is an example of a reflexive pronoun? Be, myself, there, and...
A reflexive pronoun?
A reflexive...
I'm going to say be myself. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to say be myself.
Okay, Lauren, you're playing too.
Oh, I think it's be myself as well, but I feel like that's too obvious.
I know. I feel like somehow the British are going to try to get us.
I think it's myself.
Reflective.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, show me. Excelente.
Oh, finally.
The answer is myself. A reflexive pronoun is a pronoun that refers back to the subject of the sentence. Common examples include myself, yourself, himself, herself, and itself.
If we were woke, we would say they self.
Themselves.
They would. All right.
I'm so confused with that.
I promise to read the book in full, not just the
Yeah.
bits about me. And we'll be watching this afternoon on the
Thank you.
5,
Yes.
only on Fox. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thanks so much.